Let us pray. In the words of Maya Angelou, it is a historical truth that no human being can know where they are going unless they know exactly where they have been and exactly how they arrived at this present place. And so we gather in this space knowing that however we arrived at this place, whatever biological, cultural, and spiritual markers reside within us, we gather today in celebration, knowing that it is only through collaboration and mutuality that we can ensure that every promise that our ancestors might have held for us is met, and every hope that may have resided within them is given room to take wing, and every dream that they might have held for us is fulfilled in totality. You are going to leave this place to go out and to serve our communities, and so we gather in this space, realizing that it is through great perseverance tempered with great love that our common humanity is affirmed and the beloved community is constructed. In King's words, we speak of a love that is not sentimental or affectionate. It is an understanding, a redeeming goodwill for all, an overflowing love which seeks nothing in return. I pray that you embody that love. As we engage in this celebratory time and then go out to build our common human community, knowing that you are your ancestors' wildest dream and greatest hope. Amen. And now I welcome Dean Nadusky to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Becky Nadusky, and I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the School of Health Sciences. I'm honored to welcome you to the 2021 donning of the Kente ceremony for students from the Elon University School of Law and the Elon University School of Health Sciences. The donning of the Kente serves as a cultural ceremony celebrating the achievements of law, physical therapy, and physician assistant studies students who recognize their African roots. We trust the donning will be a positive and memorable experience that rewards our graduates and their loved ones with a more personal, and culturally relevant ceremony at this significant moment in their family histories. Today, each graduate will be adorned with a handmade Kente cloth, which represents the culture, spirituality, sophistication, and immaculate tradition of their ancestors. The Kente cloth you will receive today is especially unique, as it was hand-woven for you in a village in Ghana. Our graduates will experience the pride, heritage, and culture of the Kente through this celebration of achievement. In the pursuit of excellence, many members of the Elon University community have led the way by offering guidance and support for our students throughout their journey. We would like to acknowledge the contributions and commitment of our university president, Dr. Connie Book, and our provost, Dr. Oswani Belletti, members of the administration, faculty, and staff, the Division of Inclusive Excellence, including our first Director of Inclusive Excellence for Graduate and Professional Education, Dr. Lakay Laushebakan Buggs, I tried to get it right, Lakay, the Elon Black Alumni Network, and the Elon Law Alumni Association. Please help us thank our supportive faculty, staff, administrators, and alumni. At this time, I would like to welcome Professor Tiffany Atkins, Assistant Professor of Law, to the podium to introduce our guest speaker.
Good afternoon. I am delighted to introduce today's Donning of the Kente keynote speaker, the Dr. Buffy Longmire-Avital. With psychology degrees from Lafayette College and New York University, Dr. Longmire-Avital is an associate professor of psychology at Elon University and is recognized as a national scholar for diversity, inclusion, and racial equity within the context of health, well-being, and historically underrepresented minority student experiences. Her CV contains an extensive list of scholarly publications, invited talks, and conference presentations, which have established her distinguished career in applied research and practice that examines how the intersections of socio-demographic and psychosocial factors are related to health risk behaviors and coping responses for Black populations. Dr. Longmire-Avital's expertise and passion positioned her well in another Elon role as the coordinator of African and African American Studies interdisciplinary minor. Her leadership through curricular and co-curricular programs amplified the Black experience as demonstrated by enrollment and course increases achieved through partnerships with students, faculty, and staff. Notably, Dr. Longmire-Avital's relationships with students have been a source of development as budding scholars and as confident Black collegians. Students affectionately refer to her as Dr. LA, one sign that she is both relatable and highly revered. It is most appropriate that Dr. Longmire-Avital was named the inaugural director of the Black Lumen Project earlier this year. This equity initiative emerged from Elon's Committee on History and Memory and membership with a national consortium focused on truth-telling about human bondage and racism in institutions' history. As the Black Lumen Project Director, Dr. Longmire-Avital will organize and lead signature initiatives and prepare an annual report on the Black community at Elon. She has already contributed to new curricular initiatives, student life programming, and university advancement priorities that amplify the Black experience across the entire university. You may have heard her voice as the narration for the recently produced EBAN Scholarship promotional video. Now you get to hear her directly. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Buffy Longmire-Avital to the podium as this year's Donning of the Kente ceremony keynote speaker.
Good morning or afternoon. I'm not quite sure where I am right now. Exams just ended, so you have to forgive me. That was quite an introduction. Let's hope I can live up to just a little bit of that. I'm a storyteller. So when I address you today, it is in the form of me sharing stories of my life. As a graduate student, as a Black person who has navigated many institutions that are what I call not predominantly white, but historically white, and it's important we make that distinction. So I'm gonna date myself a little bit here. Nearly 20 years ago, in the summer of 2002, I boarded a plane to Chicago with a one-way ticket and a huge Black suitcase filled with as much of my belongings as it could hold. I had just graduated with a Bachelor's of Science and Psychology degree and was starting a PhD program in the fall. Before I left for the airport, my mother gave me a tearful hug goodbye and handed me a book. Over the years, my mother and I had become experts at goodbyes. First at age 14, when I accepted a near full scholarship to boarding school, and then again when I magically fit all of my stuff into a car that would take me from my home in Massachusetts to my new college home in Pennsylvania. However, this goodbye was different. There was an understanding that this journey was not likely to be a boomerang version that would bring me back. With no return ticket, neither one of us knew when we would see each other again. And so my mother poured all the blessings, prayers, wishes, and warnings she had for me into one crushing hug, a tearful final glance, and a book titled The Spook Who Sat by the Door. The controversial novel and later movie of the same name tells the story of Dan Freeman, the fictional first African American to join an espionage program. Yes, long before there was Papa Pope from B613 on Scandal, there was Dan Freeman. She tipped her head to me as I read the title and then the synopsis on the back cover. With a reluctant smile, she said, "Buffy, you may need to sit by the door." After those final words, she turned and left. It would take my entire graduate experience, an experience that included great expectations, crushing disappointments, necessary but terrifying pivots, and harsh realizations about how slowly the winds of change move through the systems I occupy to understand why my mother had given me that book. We are encouraged to enter our graduate programs with impressive hope and confidence that we will gain the knowledge, advantage, and tools to reconstruct a world that reconfigures who and what is centered. We devour classic texts and theories of our disciplines, eager to find the understudied area that we can contribute to, all part of the task of making our marks and joining the canon of scholars before us. But as Black student scholars, we must simultaneously navigate academic manifestations of and reckonings with the very ideology and practices that have long oppressed our people, that have oppressed us. When I reflect on my graduate experience, I can't help but recall the powerful words of Audre Lorde. For the master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. They may allow us to temporarily beat him at his own game, but they will never enable us to bring about genuine change. This quote is essentially the explanation and prediction of Dan Freeman's dilemma and ultimate failure. How can we be the change makers we work so hard to become, if we have spent our graduate careers learning about and being socialized to use the tools that uphold the systems never truly meant to center or be for us? I have wrestled with this dilemma throughout my graduate experience and throughout my career. In 2005, 3 years into my graduate studies, I was home visiting my mother when the news informed us that the levees had broken. For days, my mother, sister, and I watched what seemed like endless hours of catastrophic footage showing the world what it looks like when societies leave Black and brown bodies behind. Traumatized by the images and desperate for comfort, we went to church. My mother made it through most of the service, but midway through the bishop's sermon, her body began to shake with pent-up tears, and she mournfully wailed, "Why don't they care about us?" As the youngest child raised by the quintessential strong Black woman, I had never witnessed my mother break. I had seen her anger at injustice. I had seen her activism and stoic silence. But at 25, I was hearing and feeling her pain for the first time. I still hear the echoes of that cry, and I remember the hold that I had on my mother. I worried the emotion of the moment would topple her, and so I held on and held her up. That was the moment my research and my purpose for seeking out graduate education changed. It was the moment I realized that as a Black scholar student, I couldn't simply ask the expected easy questions. I needed to ask the questions that radically challenged the very nature of who or what we assumed had the answer. It was the beginning of my realization that while I needed to continue sitting by the door to gain more information and training, my end goal could no longer be eventually walking through the door. Instead, I needed to be willing to tear it down, or at the very least, create another way in. Graduates, so much has happened and continues to happen in our worlds. How our necks have not been permanently misshapen from the microaggressive whiplash that is our lives as Black Americans is unimaginable to me. For much of your graduate experience, you have had to navigate a medical pandemic and a racism endemic while concurrently learning about a healthcare system that has historically not prioritized the needs of Black Americans, or a legal system that can seemingly be transformed into a skillful weapon against us at any time. How have you done it? How will you continue to navigate it post-Elon? If I may humbly offer some advice and guidance in response, don't sit by doors in limited hopes that you will either gain pieces of information or an invitation to slip in. Hold doors open and push them open when necessary. Dan did not fail because he used complicit tools. He failed because he attempted to dismantle a system by himself. When we focus on holding doors open and pushing across thresholds together, the door and the space on the other side must change. Perhaps this is how doors eventually buckle, leaving no foundation or parts to be rebuilt. Graduates, a little instruction, a little interactive. We're about engaged learning here. Look to your neighbor and repeat after me. I'm taking you to church. It's been a minute, but I remember. Repeat. Are you ready? To take down these doors with me? Because I'm ready. Elon University Law and Physical Therapy students, as time moves closer to your upcoming walks across the stage, I have no doubt you will dismantle many doors. And for those doors that prove to be especially resistant, in case you need a reminder, you are an ebony phoenix meant for soaring high above it all. Elon graduates of 2021, congratulations.
Hello, I'm Kim Stokes, and I currently serve as the Program Director and Chair of the Department of Physician Assistant Studies here at Elon University. At this time, we'll begin our donning of the Kente, and I'm for the School of Health Sciences students, and I'm going to ask my colleagues from School of Health Sciences who are assisting to go ahead and come up here for us, please. Okay. Awesome. All right. Students, I'm going to call your name, and if you come this way, okay? So, Brianna Alford, if you would stand and come forward, and would the family, friends, and colleagues of Miss Alford stand as well, as I read a tribute that was written by her father, Vernal Alford. Who knew that the little toddler adorned in a classic pink dress suit seated in the rocking chair would mature into the beautiful young lady receiving this degree? Your leadership capabilities were noticed when you were a youth. Indeed, you demonstrated such as the captain of the high school soccer team. What a first touch you have. Children and youth have naturally gravitated towards you because of your personality. We noted your love for singing. You have been a caring person as a primary care school student through your teenage years and even now. We salute your excellent record in undergraduate study. We applaud your tenacity in your master's program, continuing to study when you wanted to give up. Upon graduation, you took a job in your field that did not pay as much as others so that you could further understand physical therapy. We know that it was an extremely challenging time, but we prayed for you and expected your success. For a long time, you have known that you wanted to serve in the biological field. You understand that physical therapy is your calling. You were brave enough to enroll in the doctoral program at Elon University, whose campus you loved on our informal undergraduate visit. You knew that the journey would be difficult. Again, you persevered amidst self-doubt and reservation. The Lord has placed you in our lives. He has placed you in this space right now. We love you. Congratulations. Sinclair Lennon. Would the family, friends, and colleagues of Sinclair Lennon please stand? Thank you. I'm going to read a tribute written by her professor, Dr. Melissa Scales. In 2020, Elon University was looking for a student to be part of a search committee to hire the new director of inclusive excellence for graduate programs. We were looking for thoughtful students who were engaged in their departments and understood the needs of their peers, a student who stimulated discussion and reflected upon solutions. My thoughts immediately went to Sinclair Lennon. Sinclair is an advocate. She is open, kind, and inspires her peers to be the same. She has been an asset to the School of Health Sciences and to the Department of Physical Therapy Education. During the switch to online classes in 2020, she nurtured her community of peers with study groups. She supported her peers of diverse backgrounds with ally training and diversity discussions. She supported me, her professor, with discussions of equity, education, and healthcare and how to do and be better. Sinclair is a friend. She has a genuine smile and warm curiosity about her that makes her easy to talk with. Her manner makes her an empathetic physical therapist that builds trust with her patients. Sinclair is a quiet but strong leader. She listens, she considers, she leads through action and example. Dr. Sinclair Lennon is an asset to the profession of physical therapy, and we are proud to name her an Elon University alumna. Okay. Pause just 1 second here. Okay. Shawnee Lewis. Would the family, friends, and colleagues of Shawnee please stand? Her tribute is written by her professor, Dr. Crystal Ramsey. I can see this is going to be fun. Okay. Perhaps the greatest tribute I can give to Shawnee Lewis is to share a story from a conversation I had with a clinical instructor. The tearful instructor shared a story that involved Shawnee providing care for a patient who had experienced a severe traumatic brain injury. The instructor shared that while she was walking through the room, removing obstacles and setting up for the treatment session, Shawnee walked into the room and immediately walked over to the patient's spouse, who was sitting quietly in the corner. Shawnee simply asked, "Is there anything I can do for you? I imagine this has been hard." The instructor went on to share that during a time when she was experiencing extreme physical, mental, and emotional fatigue associated with providing care during a pandemic, Shawnee's display of humanity and compassion was something that she would never forget. Shawnee sees those who are frequently overlooked and forgotten. And so, through the donning of the Kente, it is a visual representation of the values of honor, compassion, and kindness personified by Shawnee. The physical therapy profession is fortunate to have Shawnee as a representative, and is fortuitous for Elon University to have welcomed Shawnee into the family of alumni. Shawnee, we look forward to continuing cheering you on as you begin what is certain to be an incredible career. Adetinuke Ogunleye. Would Tina's Friends, family, and colleagues, please stand in support of her as I read a tribute written by her professor, Dr. Cynthia Bennett. Elon University's curriculum in Physician Assistant Studies is an intense program. Students complete 27 credit hours of difficult material in a single semester. From the time they arrive at the Francis Center, life moves fast and doesn't stop. The class that is now graduating also had to navigate this program in the midst of COVID, bringing its own set of challenges, stressors, and fears. Enter Aritenuke Ogunleye. As her professor, I, Dr. Bennett, first really saw Tina with all her gifts in a review session during the second week of 2020. And in a world that for students is full of stress, fear, and difficult concepts, it became clear that in this room, there was suddenly warmth and smiles and humor and fun. Even in the middle of scary, there was actual happiness and fun. Tina, you brought that. And I watched you bring this gift with you into just about every situation that PA school brought. COVID was no match for your wit, your warmth, and that sense of fun, happy community that surrounds you like an aura. No wonder children love you. You have a lot of gifts, Tina, but this is one I am most grateful for. I am so excited for the rest of the world to see what I've gotten to see here at Elon. Now go forward and spread joy. On behalf of our students, I'm going to make a short apology. They may need to sneak out. They are studying for their certifying exams and are in the middle of review sessions with their classes. So thank you.
Okay, I'm glad somebody got tissue. Thank you. I'm glad somebody got tissue for the stage. I was bragging the other day that I'm not a crier, but I see that was a lie. So I appreciate the correction on that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the tributes to our students at the School of Law. The first tribute is for Ashanti Baker, a tribute written by her mother, Ebony Sutton. And Ashanti, I'm going to tell you, go ahead and take your mask off, because we want y'all photo ready. So yeah, okay. We black people now, you know, we got to be photo ready. Ashanti Baker has been a pillar of the community starting even before her college years. Over the years, she's been an example of black excellence by exhibiting grace, hard work, and an immense dedication to all tasks she starts. Ashanti has participated in several community service acts and served as an AmeriCorps member for a youth program for disadvantaged teens. She graduated from Virginia Tech and continued her studies by attending law school. Her plans for the future are to complete the bar, move to Texas, and work for a law firm. And in her free time, she is the funniest, most understanding, and most argumentative person. Although she's faced many hardships, she's persevered to become the woman she is today. And one of the sayings that kept her going is good, better, best. Never let it rest until you make your good better and your better best. This was shared by her now late grandmother, Miss Beulah Mae Brown, who passed away on July 22nd, 2021. Throughout the years, her family has been her #1 support system by cheering her on throughout her journey. Her mom, dad, sister, and brother are proud of everything she has accomplished thus far. And my apologies, go ahead and stand, family and friends and supporters. My apologies on that. Congratulations. Next tribute is for Joanna Brooks, a tribute written by her mother, Kelly Sally. Jonna, words are hard to find for this moment because none of them are big enough. This is one of those rare, deeply awing moments that will be forever etched into my soul. You are the epitome of beauty, brilliance, strength, self-discipline, focus, loyalty, and good character. God has worked out every aspect of your life, bringing you through hardships and providing you the strength to overcome all obstacles placed in your path. You were built for this. You have never been basic or average. You have never failed to rise above, even when the odds were stacked against you. Your voice, your thoughts, and your ideas matter. So when you speak, do so with confidence and grace. Be the example to teach, tell, and show other young girls like you how to challenge the limits society has set for young Black women. Be bold in what you stand for and careful for what you fall for. On behalf of your entire loving and supportive family, members on all sides, but especially me as your mom, it has been an honor and a privilege to watch you grow, thrive, persevere, and achieve every single goal you have set for yourself thus far. Nobody knows how hard you truly work better than me. Big dreams require big hustle. My prayer is that you never give up seeing the world filled with possibilities for you to go after, and that you live a life that you're proud of, one that truly makes you happy. You have certainly exceeded all of my wildest dreams, and so we are so proud and amazed by you in every way. Thank you for being the best daughter, sister, and young woman. You are a miracle in so many ways. You did your best, and God did the rest. Your story doesn't end here. This is only the beginning, and we love you more than our hearts can even hold. This is your moment. Shine, baby. Love, Mom. Sheena K. Butler, with this tribute written by her mother, Sandra Butler. Sheena K. Alexandria, your name depicts character and greatness. Derived from its rich Irish and Greek roots, Sheena means God's gracious gift. K, beloved, rejoice, and Alexandria, defender of mankind. Daughter, you were predestined for this moment, for this accomplishment. This is a time of reckoning, your jubilee. Your faith, passion, hard work, and extreme sacrifices transported you to now. With the Doctor of Jurisprudence checked off your list, it is confirmed again that with God, all things are possible. Daughter of immigrant parents, raised by a single mom, in a community within a zip code overlooked and neglected, you emerged a champion. According to Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it is done. On behalf of your family, those who prayed, provided, supported, and encouraged you throughout the journey, I salute you. Congratulations. We are very, very proud of you. Continue to press forward, bearing the torches of your late dad, Eugene Benjamin Butler, representing academic discipline, scholarship, and practice of mentorship. Of your beloved godpa, Milton Clement, representing dignity, unconditional love, commitment to family, and advocacy for minoritized and underserved youth. You've done them proud, and may your own flame always be lit. As you begin your legal career with God as your navigator, open your mouth for the speechless, for the rights of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and the needy. Proverbs 31, 8 through 9. Andrew Carter, with a tribute written by his brother, Andrew Carter Jr. Arthur Carter Jr. My apologies. I was thinking I got that wrong. Grind. That is what Andrew Parks Carter does so well. His humble grind is a type of Sankofa as he charts new pathways by carrying the legacies, strength, and perseverance of his parents, grandparents, and ancestors. On the court, off the court, and in the courtroom, his humble grind is the ethos of which he strives, perseveres, gives, cares, and loves in all his pursuits. Grind. It's what he tells athletes and youth across the country who he mentors. Grind. It is why he was an academic All-American and member of the National Political Honor Society at the University of Louisville. That humble grind is why he's a member of U of L's Tennis Hall of Fame, and it sustained him both on the professional tennis tour and later as a hitting partner, coach, and entrepreneur. The grind has marked his time at Elon well. Andrew was blessed to attend Elon as a leadership fellow and then joined the Elon Law Review. He gained invaluable experience as a legal assistant at Gray Newell Thomas, LLP, and then as an intern at Ellis and Winters, and later at the Forsyth County Public Defender's Office. With each step, Andrews encountered disappointments and opportunities to give in, yet his humble grind kept him moving. His faith in God provided just enough at those moments to sustain, and now his friends and family celebrate him for this great accomplishment. We are thankful for the Elon Law community and all that it has provided. And whatever path Andrew next chooses, we simply hope that whatever he does, in word and in deed, he may choose and continue to do them in his own humble grind, giving thanks to God. I told you we got to be camera ready. Kelly Creasy Durham. Why do I want to change that? I'm sorry, Durham. Tribute written by her mother, Karen Creasy. Dear Kelly, first I give thanks to God for you and him allowing you to successfully stay on track and graduate. This is a major accomplishment and a dream come true for you. Along the way, there have been many stumbling blocks, and you managed to crush each one. You've endured a lot. Studying in a pandemic, health complications, your son's surgery, preparing a kindergartner for school during a pandemic, and more. During this journey, you have loved and cared for your boys, little Lonnie, Caleb, and Colton, and met their many needs. They didn't understand when you needed to be online for class. They didn't understand when you needed to study or to take a mental break, but they adjusted to a new way of life. You were instrumental in the creation and installation of the Black Lives Matter mural on Elm Street in downtown Greensboro with the help of your mentor, attorney Jason Keith. During your challenges, your village has been here for you and will continue to encourage and support you. We knew you could do it. I never doubted you for a moment because this has been your dream since high school. Unconditional love empowers us to stand with each other and say, I got your back. You've worked hard to achieve your goals, and now you're on your way to seek new endeavors. Take the time to celebrate with family and friends. Be a change maker. Good luck, and be blessed. Love, Mom. Eric Cunningham, a tribute written by his mother, Catherine Morrow. Eric is the eldest of his siblings. He has two beautiful sisters that he has an unmatched bond for and has been their role model since they were born. When Eric was 4 years old and joined his first basketball league at the YMCA, at the time as a preschooler, he often asked of everything, but why? After a few practice sessions, his coach came up to me and said, Mother, if this young man is no less than an attorney when he grows up, we have not done our duties for him. Since then, Eric has never changed his trajectory over the years, that his professional destiny was to work hard and be of good leadership with a servient attitude to become an attorney. All of his school and school administrators always mentioned how well he articulated with adults. Eric has loved sports and has played in every league, including football, basketball, and soccer. He never asked for material things such as expensive sneakers, clothes, or games. He always had a book in one hand and a ball in the other. He is very intelligent, spiritual, and family involved as a young man. And Eric was raised in Rockwell AME Zion Church of Charlotte and served in the children's choir, the usher board, and as a clerk for the pastor, and often spoke in the pulpit. Once Eric develops a passion for a cause, he sees it through until the end. When Eric was in 8th grade, he came home from school one day and said, Mom, there's a college scholarship offered to kids my age through C-SPAN, and I want to apply. Eric seized the opportunity to create a documentary and founded the Healthy Hunger Free Act of 2010. And because of his passionate delivery, Eric has continued to seek every opportunity to receive merit-based scholarships to accomplish his professional goals that he started at such a young age. By the way, the documentary can be found on YouTube. This was a constant goal for Eric, to not put a financial burden on his family for college and attend a prestigious university, which eventually landed him at Elon with a full ride for undergrad and various scholarships and then financial rewards for law school. Eric has always been my sweet sugar bear, and there aren't enough words to describe how proud I am of him. To much whom is given, much is required. Luke 12:48. Congratulations, Bear. James Donnell, with this tribute written by his cousin, Ashley Nevis. To my first cousin, you have made it to the finish line of what you thought would be a lifetime. From outside the classroom to the classroom, you stayed dedicated to accomplishing one of your biggest goals. Through all adversity, you have prevailed, and even though you are younger, you inspire me in ways that you may not even know. On this momentous day, I pray you feel joy in all of the hard work you put into the last few years of accomplishing this dream. Remember to keep God first in all you do, and I wish you the best on your future endeavors. Love, your favorite cousin.
Would the family of Jasmine Etheridge please stand? Jasmine. This tribute is written by her husband, Dr. Fred Meadows. We're born with abilities to make choices which lead to failure or success. A child growing up around parents, friends, and family who are college educated can be provided with a tailwind to succeed. On the other hand, a child's environment can blind their vision of success and normalize failure. This Elon Law graduate grew up under circumstances in Chicago where completing high school was a feat and applying to college a distant dream. However, she was an avid reader with a wild imagination that allowed mental escapes from her harsh surroundings. Clearly a nerd, she conducted experiments on any and everything and dreamt of becoming a scientist. If left to her own devices, she may have achieved anything despite the odds. However, her dreams were halted after becoming a mother at 17 years old. Amazingly, she maintained perfect school attendance and graduated with honors while pregnant. Yes. Although unable to attend college full-time, she continued to take courses periodically until earning a BS degree in psychology. Interestingly, while rummaging through old files one day, she came across something that made her smile and cry all at once. It was a long-forgotten youth vision board. Pictures from the vision board revealed her becoming a real estate agent, business owner, and lawyer. All had already happened except for becoming a lawyer. Ironically, she was actively studying for the LSAT and applying to law school. This confirmed her decision to attend law school. Today, despite the circumstances and the naysayers, Jasmine Etheridge is graduating from law school. Zachariah Etheridge. Your family, please stand. This tribute is written by his wife, Ms. Kendall Phillips. Zachariah Etheridge spent 4 years in the workforce after receiving his undergraduate degree, but knew he wanted to go to law school. He didn't know when or where or many other details, but he knew he wanted to go. As his girlfriend at the time, I knew he would figure it out. He quit his job to dedicate himself to studying for the LSAT and preparing for law school applications. It didn't cross his mind that that would be a risky move. I never doubted that he would land somewhere. We were excited when that somewhere turned out to be Elon Law, but had no idea the amount of opportunity and obstacles that were soon to come. Zachariah warned me the first year of law school is notoriously the most difficult. While he had his fair share of late nights, he seemed relatively unscathed. In fact, he was more than just unscathed, he was excelling. Seeing him in his element and watching doors begin to open for him was so exciting. And then a global pandemic hit. I thought for sure that his second year would be full of struggle, and yet he continued to thrive. Coming home to see him wrap up Zoom school and excitedly share what he learned was awe-inspiring. Zachariah's unwavering positive outlook and resilience are just a couple of the many reasons why he accomplished incredible feats during his time as a law student. From his residency with the Court of Appeals, to his back-to-back summer internships, to serving as a student rep on hiring panels, Zachariah is destined for success thanks to the foundation created by Elon Law. I entered this journey supporting my boyfriend, but I stand here today to proudly support my husband, who will go on to accomplish anything he puts his mind to, just like he always does. Congratulations, Zachariah. We are all so proud of you. Madison Fields. This tribute is written by her mother. Would her family please stand? From her first day on earth, we knew this one's gonna be hard. I practiced this one, but I could never get through it without crying. We knew that Madison was destined to use her voice. The night she was born, they returned her to my room because she was keeping the other babies in the nursery awake. They said, "Nurse, I'm not sure what it is, but she definitely has something to say." At the age of 6, again, always one to use her voice, Madison was already beginning to think litigiously. Her baby sister had joined the family, and Madison was annoyed. She wrote Marley a note and gave it to me, and it started with, "You have pretty much taken over my life." And it ended with, "I'm going to sue you." I kid you not. Fast forward 18 years, and here you are about to graduate law school. Madison, you have always had a heart for people. We are not surprised that this was your destiny. Throughout your grade school years, when we talk about the highs and lows of your day during dinner, you would inevitably share a story about a classmate, friend, or teacher facing an issue or challenge. The way you would so selflessly focus on them, trying to figure out how you could help, was just so admirable. Today, your heart and concern for others continues to grow. Madison, we are so incredibly proud of your achievement. We have enjoyed watching you blossom, and we cannot wait to see what your future holds. We love you so much. Congratulations. Rihanna Hammond, would the family of Rihanna please stand? And this tribute is written by her best friend, Newland Ingo. My dear Rihanna, young Dolph once said, real bosses don't talk. I'm gonna mess this one up. We just sit back and listen, stack that paper, and then make boss moves. She liked to argue, so I sent that girl to law school. Keep it real with your dog, no matter what. And my darling, you have been nothing but genuine and inspirational to so many of us. You have prevailed trials and tribulations that have been set on your path, and still you continue to show others and myself how to excel and achieve all the goals of life by believing in yourself. I am so thrilled to witness your greatness. Thank you for always being there for the people you love and showing up for us whenever we needed you. From our first time meeting each other at UNC Pembroke freshmen and roommates 11 years ago, I gained a lifelong friend, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Rihanna, you always said that you would establish a life of love, bliss, passion, and peace. It fills me with great joy to see my best friend make an impeccable dream her reality. Moving into the next chapter of your life, I know you will help so many people and give others hope to chase their dreams. Here's to a brighter world with my sunflower, Rihanna, as an Elon Law graduate and attorney. Paris Henderson. The family of Paris, please stand. This tribute is written by her mother, Wendy Henderson Kolb. Paris, it is with humbleness and gratitude that we celebrate our daughter, a mother, a sister, and aunt. Paris, you are a diamond in the rough. You are a go-getter. You never cease to amaze us. Over the past 2.5 years while attending Elon, you have faced numerous challenges, but you kept pushing through, including a pandemic and that no one could have foreseen. You have faced multiple technological challenges, from slow internet to no internet during your classes, plus having to purchase a brand new laptop when the old one could no longer serve its purpose. Your new laptop became faulty and had to be sent away for repair in your last trimester, but guess what? You pushed through and made it work. In addition, you are pursuing your master's degree at the same time. You drove 3 hours to your internship at Camp Lejeune, stayed in hotels to get more experience from the military's legal side of things. You had a little baby boy, Brixton Parrish, while still trying to stay on top of your 13-year-old daughter, Davine, and her schoolwork and extracurricular activities, all while trying to maintain some sense of normalcy. Our family is so super proud that you have made it to the crossroads in your career and education. For this, we just want to share in your accomplishments and your joy and say, Paris, well done, you pushed through. Keone James. Her family, please stand. Thank you. This tribute is written by her husband, Jamar James. We are extremely proud of you. Not only have you successfully completed your Juris Doctorate, but you have juggled a pandemic, being a wife, a daughter, a mother, and a devoted friend to your peers as well. We've witnessed you overcome obstacle after obstacle, but you never let it delay your vision, your mission of being the change we need in this world. You never cease to amaze us, and there's no doubt you are going to make an amazing attorney. We are all honored to share this moment with you, and we wish you nothing less than the best in future endeavors. Your journey will serve as an inspiration to us all that with God first, there is nothing we can't overcome. Your story is a testament of just that. Lastly, I personally just wanted you to know that you're beautiful. And I can't imagine, nor would I ever want to imagine life without you. Congratulations, you go, girl. Sean Jeffcoat. This.
Hold on. Can I keep my mask on? Because if I take it off, I'm gonna cry.
You already good. Take off the mask and cry. I'll take mine off and cry with you. This tribute is written by his mother, Barbara Jeffco. There are so many things I could say about Sean. At an early age, his father and I knew there was something special about him. His smile will light up a room. His positive attitude and his gentle nature makes everyone want to be around him. He's always been hardworking. He gives 200% in all he does. Even when he was trying to make it into the NFL, he didn't get drafted, but that didn't stop him. He went in as a free agent and he was picked up. A very happy day for him, but me, not so happy. In my opinion, those guys hit too hard. No matter what he sets his mind to, he will find a way to make the best of it. When he told me he wanted to be an attorney, not surprising, and the look on his face, it just told me that he was going to be an outstanding lawyer. He's always willing to help, whether it's just listening to you or trying to solve the problem. He's going to do everything in his power to make it happen. Sean and his two brothers are a joy to our family. Having 3 boys at a very young age wasn't as hard as I thought. His father and I did all we could to make sure we raised honest, strong young men. The approach we took with them was, you don't need a job after school. Going to school and getting good grades, that's your job. And with that said, they all got scholarships and went on to do great things. He's such a gentle soul, and it shows in all he does. His father and I are proud parents of 3 amazing men. Sean's a mixture between his 2 older brothers, and what a wonderful mixture that is. I just want to thank Sean and his brothers for making our job as parents so easy. We love you and are so proud to be your parents. You can only go up from here. Congratulations, Mama Shug, I think. Well done.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ayunmi Kufariji. The tribute was written by her grandmother, Rosalind Ingram. Ayunmi Rosalind Kufariji, daughter of Adewunmi and the ever-present angel, Nicole Kufariji. Ayo, as we so graciously call her, has been from day one predestined for this day. Always self-driven and motivated to excel in all her academic studies from grade school until this point. Being on the honor roll, chosen for the Honor Society, invited to the White House to be honored, recognized several times as being an exceptional student, receiving numerous awards and scholarships for outstanding performance. You made this decision early in your years to become a lawyer. You worked very hard and endured to the end. We are elated and very proud of your many accomplishments. We celebrate her and with her today. Ayewunmi, we are so very proud of you, and we all support and stand with you in your future endeavors. Love always, family and friends. Amir Madison, tribute written by her parents, Mark and Vicki Madison. Dearest firstborn woman child, Amir. The word proud does not adequately describe the feelings that we have for your current accomplishment. 3 degrees, BA, MBA, and now JD at 25 years of age. I can only imagine what is next. However, you don't imagine. You make it happen. You told us this was your plan coming out of high school 7 years ago. We have always supported and watched you do your thing. That support has turned into belief and amazement that you are so focused and driven at such a young age. Just as I cannot describe how proud of you we are, I don't have the words to let you know how much we love you. Understand that expectations are high, but you have set your bar and you continue to exceed it. That is why I use the words current accomplishment, because I know there are more to come. The day you were born, when I delivered you, you took my breath away and my heart away. I had no idea what your life or impact on the world would be. But I know that if you touch the world 1% of the way you impacted me, the world you touch will be a better place. It is an extreme honor to see my heartbeat in 3D. We love you more than we can say. Daddy and Mommy Madison. The question isn't who's going to let me, the question is who's going to stop me. Deja Reed, tribute written by her mother, Sonia Judson. Deja, you were born into circumstances and in an environment that would try to dictate and limit who and what you could be in life. However, from the moment you were born, we knew nothing would be able to stop you. As soon as you could talk, it was apparent that you were destined to be a lawyer. If there was a rule or a restriction that you didn't agree with, you would present a clear, concise argument as to why it should be changed. You were both argumentative and persuasive as a toddler. By the time you were 3 years old, no one in the house could win a debate against you. You have overcome many seemingly insurmountable obstacles to get to where you are. There were times where we didn't know how you were going to get through situations, but we watched in awe as you did. You set goals and then worked diligently, step by step, to achieve them. All of your hard work and dedication has led you to this day. We are extremely proud and in awe of the woman you have become. We are so excited to see what the future holds for you. Congratulations, and we love you. Shawnee Lewis Store, tribute written by her mother, Keisha McCrae. Tay, in my heart, I stand looking at my little girl. Today, I see a beautiful, intelligent, and fierce young woman who never gave up on herself. Emotions are all over. I want to cry, smile, jump up and down all at one time, for joy, of course. I think back on a few setbacks you've encountered, yet you've managed to keep striving forward toward your goals. Your ambition and your tenacity to accomplish your goals has shown your strength. Your vigorous personality brings hope to those around you, which brings me to a time you went out for cheer just for fun and made the team. You've never cheered a day in your life. You made the team and became one of the leaders. That day you beat the odds and gave hope to the young ladies who looked like you, setting a mark. Your passion and heart to serve others is humbling. You are the definition of a selfless person. You are always giving of yourself even when it was not reciprocated. That's just Tay. I admire you for this. All the late nights, tears, and sacrifices, the overwhelming feelings that no one else saw has paid off. As you encounter this new chapter, the beginning of an awesome journey, God continues his plan for you. I leave this with you, Tay. I'm exceptionally proud of you, honored to call you my daughter. You are an amazingly beautiful woman inside and out. I love you. Opportunities await. Eagles soar, keep soaring, and make your mark. Andrew Tawia, tribute written by his mother, Cindy Tawia. From the moment you arrived on this earth, you knew you were destined for greatness. Drew, you have always been a litigator, a debater. You're a charismatic young man with a beautiful personality. You would always write letters to appeal an injustice and would hold family meetings to discuss your point of view. I always remember you walking in my room early in the mornings at the age of about 4 and announcing your presence with the words, "Good morning, Mommy." And if I didn't wake up, you would walk up to my side of the bed and try to pry my eyes open. Persistent to the core and never deterred by any obstacle, I have always known this was your calling. You were born for this, and I'm grateful God gave your father and I the ability to support you in all you do. Dad made sure you got to all your games and events and took those long trips with you for your basketball games. And although basketball was and will always be your passion, you will now be able to combine your passion with your purpose. You are a child of destiny, and you will touch many lives and many destinations. This is only the beginning, and your dad and I will now sit back and watch you take off. Congratulations, Drew. You earned it. We love you always. Now, in the famous words of Odarte Tawia, Odate, let's go get 'em. Noah Anissa Camilla Trotter, tribute written by her mother, Fatima German. This celebration of you has been in the works for a long time, not just since the summer of 2019, but since 2003, when you declared in kindergarten that you would be a lawyer when you grew up. You had the staff at Seeds of Faith Christian Academy convinced and won the Maxine Waters Award at kindergarten graduation. You never wavered when asked from then until now. You only added that you would be both a lawyer and a flight attendant so you could travel the world for free. I remember when you asked one day on the way home from school, "Why can't I just be a regular kid?" I informed you that you were born to be extraordinary and to help to change the world. You accepted my answer in silence and seemed to have taken it to heart. I am in awe of you and your determination, work ethic, curiosity, faith walk, and natural leadership ability. You don't need a wand or wings. You have a courageous spirit, a compassionate heart, a generous nature, and the ability to not allow self-confidence and focus to become arrogance. You are called daughter, sister, mentor, confidant, cheerleader, and friend by many. This moment did not come easy, and yet you kept reaching for your goals, and here we are. I hope you are proud of yourself. You are a blessing to us, and we are thanking God in advance for your continued favor. Continue to be extraordinary, you. Carmen Tubbs, tribute written by her mother, LaToya Tubbs. To tell you we are proud doesn't even begin to express the pride and joy that we have for you. You did it. You are now a proud graduate of Elon University School of Law. This is a major accomplishment in your life, and we know you will persist to accomplish the dreams and goals you have set for yourselves. Obstacles and distractions will continue, but stay focused and carry on to treat each step as a little win on the way to the one big success that you've set as your goal. Beyond your excellent mind, your musical talents, your beautiful conscience, your respect for life, your delight in the weird, your genuine love, and very mature wisdom, you possess even more. You have a special and unique cadence within you. You never joined the sea of boots. You've always had your own style, your own way, and have always been comfortable being you. You possess a spiritual life, wholeness and joy that undergirds it all. Today, we stand in awe of you. You inspire us, and we're proud to call you ours. We will continue to cover you in prayer and to be your loudest cheerleaders. God's graces continue to be with you as you step ahead towards accomplishing your goals. Godspeed. We love you, Carmen Tubbs. If we can get a round of applause for all of the graduates. I'd like to welcome to the stage Dean Luke Bierman, the Dean of the Law School.
I'm Luke Bierman. I'm the Dean of the Law School. Thank you all for being here. I am glad to say that our admissions department does an excellent job. Thank you to our admissions department. I'll also say that my task today is to adjourn you all, but I have a couple of things that I have to say first. But I will note that in adjourning you all will then leave, and that will probably be the first time in 7.5 years as dean that people have done what I've asked them to do. So thank you very much for that in advance. First, what I'd like to do is ask our graduates and honorees today to stand and thank you all while you all stand and give them one more round of applause. This is extraordinary. Thank you. The recognition of the culture and heritage of the African diaspora is one of the most powerful and heartwarming ceremonies of any commencement weekend at Elon University. I love graduations and graduation weekends. This is like the only time everybody is happy, right? There's nobody in the back who's at a wedding saying, she's marrying him? No, we don't have any of that. Today, of course, is no exception to all of that excitement. And in fact, this ceremony today has added import. This afternoon, I believe, is the first time in Elon history, you all are making Elon history, that's a big deal, I'll tell you that around here, that 2 graduate programs have co-hosted a formal event for those earning advanced degrees is particularly noteworthy. This is the first time that graduate schools have come together to do something in a formal way. And I'm pleased and thank Dean Nadusky for working with us to make that happen, as well as a lot of other people who contributed to make this happen. Thank you very much. And it is noteworthy for the first time that the graduate schools have gotten together for something like this. And the moments that we witnessed today with the donning of the Kente by parents and mentors, loved ones, friends, supporters, all of you, of our graduates in both the School of Law and the School of Health Sciences should remind us that no person is an island unto themselves. There are a lot of people who contribute to the successes that we all enjoy. Our graduates embody the dreams and wishes of so many ancestors whose work over the generations has led to today. And I can think of no better way for graduates to honor those sacrifices than by using your knowledge to serve, to advocate, to heal, and to help others through their work in the legal and healthcare professions. Those are noble responsibilities indeed. And as we close, I do wish to thank again the families and friends who have supported and encouraged and helped and loved and honored our graduates over the past few years as they have worked hard to their accomplishments and achievements. I would also like to recognize and thank President Book and Provost Valetti and the faculty and staff and administrators and others of the Schools of Law and Health Sciences as they have mentored and inspired our graduates. And to you graduates, please take to heart that as you build your own legacies of achievement and impact in your professional careers, you will have opportunities as well to provide guidance and motivation for others who follow in your footsteps. Embrace those opportunities, as it is incumbent on you to do so as Elon-educated leaders. I now ask all who are able, please stand for the recessional. We will see you tomorrow in Alumni Gym to formally celebrate all you have achieved and all you represent as Elon alumni in the class of 2021. Congratulations, graduates, and we stand adjourned.